In the famous movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?, there's a scene toward the end of the movie where a community is engulfed with water to make way for a new reservoir. George Clooney and the others floated away, and the movie ended in laughs. Now, the movie was fiction, but the flooding and burying towns underwater was something that actually happened with growth and progress in the 20th century. Case in point, Somerset, Indiana flooded by the Mississinewa Reservoir, Oakland Mill, Maryland flooded by the Liberty Reservoir, Vantage, Washington flooded by the Wanapum Dam, and right up the road from Augusta are the remains of Petersburg under Clark's Hill Reservoir. Believe it or not, Petersburg was once Georgia's third largest town. It was a frontier community located at the fork of two rivers, the Broad and the Savannah. In the days when roads were scarce, water travel was essential. Now, being situated at the junction of two rivers put this town in an ideal location for travel and trade. In the late 1700s, this area was agricultural and produced mainly tobacco, and an entrepreneur named Dionysius Oliver set up warehouses at this location to store tobacco for shipping. Of course, Oliver did very well, and the town was named Petersburg for the place of his birth in Virginia. Soon, the town was divided into lots, and the population began to grow. Now, in the early 1800s, a population of 750 would have seemed very large, even swelling, as they say. Before long, the town had a post office, a newspaper, mercantile shops, a town hall, taverns, and even a jail. In this early period of American history, flat-bottom boats, known as Petersburg boats, were used to ship tobacco on the Savannah River. Today, to the delight of many, reproductions of these boats are used for trips up the canal by the Augusta Canal National Heritage Area staff. But what happened to Petersburg? If it had been of any size or population in the late 1940s, when the Clark's Hill Reservoir was being planned, surely another location would have been sought. Why didn't Petersburg become the city of growth, instead of Augusta, just downstream? From records, it is known that land values dropped considerably during the 1820s. And people were seeking their fortunes in the westward expansion. Go west, young man, go west. There was also disease from mosquitoes such as yellow fever, which plagued the area. But again, this would also have been happening in Augusta, downriver. Yet Augusta survived and Petersburg died. It is speculated that the change in agricultural focus from tobacco to cotton was the death knell for Petersburg. Also, now Augusta had a railroad running through town, and once railroads came into being, a faster and more efficient means of transportation had developed. Gone were the days of having a crew of men push and pull a boat upstream. Now, with the railroad, goods could be packed in numerous cars and shipped to Savannah and other locations where the world awaited. There was no need to go to Petersburg anymore. So, in the early 1950s, as the water filled up in the newly created Clark's Hill Reservoir, Petersburg took its last breath. Like arms reaching upward for air, the chimneys were the last to disappear. And then, with a whirlpool of water, they were gone too. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Stories, Secrets, and Sagas.